beautiful night at Wrigley. Castro hammers goodbye. Hayward hit well. That ball is out of here. Rizzo with a home run. Way back. Goodbye. Schwarber will send one out. Cubs crushing Cardinal pitching. Watch this one fly. A major league record. 6 home runs in a postseason game. And good afternoon from historic Wrigley Field, Chicago. So much hope for the future for a franchise that has been so defined by its past. This afternoon, the Chicago Cubs have a chance to eliminate their longtime rivals, the St. Louis Cardinals. Our coverage of the 2015 National League Division Series on TBS is presented by T-Mobile. The Cardinals, the best record in the big leagues. Division champs in the Central, matching up against the wild card winner, the Chicago Cubs, and the Cubs leading 2-1. Hi, everybody. Brian Anderson along with Dennis Eckersley and Joe Simpson. We'll hear from Matt Weiner in just a moment as well. And before we get into today's Game 4, Joe, let's start with yesterday and that historic performance by the Cubs.
Yeah, the wind was blowing out, and the Chicago Cubs took full advantage of it. They pounded out 6 home runs last night, and that was a major league record for most home runs by one team in a postseason game. 3 of the home runs were hit by rookies, and one of the real novelties of this is that every guy in the lineup, numbers 1 through 6, had a home run last night. So the Cubs offense is really rolling right now.
Well, and the St. Louis Cardinals know the stakes at their hand right now. They've been in this position before 2 years ago. They made it through, Dennis, down 2-1 to the Pirates. That's the story now against the Chicago Cubs. And they force the hand of Mike Matheny, who goes with John Lackey on 3 days rest.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can't worry about Game 5 right now. You got to go with your ace, and your ace is John Lackey, whether he's on 3 days rest or not. He's been there for the Cardinals all year long. He was there for him in Game 1, where he breezed into the 8th inning, had a no-no going into the 6th. This is the guy that you want on the mound. They need him desperately, and those 86 pitches have a lot to do with making it an easier decision.
Yeah, 36-year-old John Lackey has been in this position before as well. Some key injuries to key players. With more on that story, we bring in the 4th member of our team, Matt Weiner. Matt?
Hey, Brian. Lackey will not be throwing to Yadier Molina. It will be Tony Cruz behind the plate and batting 8th today. Remember, Molina aggravated that partially torn ligament in his left thumb, the one that cost him nearly 2 weeks at the end of the season. That happened last night. General Manager John Mozeliak told me there was never a consideration for replacing Molina on the roster. They believe he can catch if necessary. It's gripping the bat that's more of an issue. For the Cubs, Addison Russell is out at shortstop. Javier Baez starts for Russell, who strained his hamstring running out a triple last night in the 4th. He underwent an MRI today, and the Cubs are still awaiting results on that. Brian?
All right, Matt, thank you. Very simple for the Cubs. A win, they move on to the League Championship Series. A loss, the Cardinals will get to host a Game 5. We got Game 4 coming up next on TBS.
Luxury is being pulled in a new direction, drawn to an idea whose time has come. Built with a revolutionary carbon core that is lighter, leaner, stronger. Because the best way to predict the future is to create it. Introducing the most innovative vehicle in its class, the all-new BMW 7 Series. Driving luxury.
Hey, you need to ship this cork to Downtown Architects in Baltimore.
Right on.
To our newest associate, Karen.
And her very bright future.
When the unexpected strikes, will you be ready? Join the over 1 million small businesses who trust the Hartford to help them prevail.
When you booked this trip, you didn't know we had over 11,000 local activities listed on our app, or that you could book them right from your phone. A few weeks ago, you still didn't know if you were going to go. Now the only thing you don't know is why it took you so long to come here. Expedia, technology that connects you to the people and places that matter.
What is normal? Our normal is 200 miles per hour. It's 500 degrees. It's protection for 15,000 miles. And 40 below. Our normal is anything but. Mobil 1, energy lives here.
This 2015 NLDS telecast on TBS is brought to you by IBM. IBM Watson can help us outthink our biggest challenges. By DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. By New Balance, always in beta. And by Arby's. Arby's, we have the meats.
Oh, what a great scene here on the north side of Chicago. Wrigley Field alive, and they are ready for Game 4. 61 degrees. It is a much different day than it was yesterday. The wind is still a factor, but it's more from left field to right field, not blowing straight out as it was last night. There is the 6'6" Jason Hamill, ready to make a postseason start for the Chicago Cubs. And how about the T-Mobile batting order for the St. Louis Cardinals? This is the lineup turned in by Mike Matheny. Jason Hayward has been his most consistent hitter this postseason. Got a nice hit streak going, had a 2-run home run in last night's game. And you'll notice Tony Cruz, as Matt mentioned, is in the lineup for Yadier Molina and batting 8. That is a big story for the St. Louis Cardinals. And Eck, a big story for the Cubs. On the mound today, it is Jason Hamill. He's had some postseason experience in the past, and the Cubs are hoping to get a nice deep start out of him today.
Well, he's been chomping at the bit. You know he has. He hasn't pitched since October 1st, but he gave them 31 starts, you see, this year. A nice strikeout to walk ratio. I mean, guys, a control pitcher, even though he's 6'6". You said he's got some experience with Baltimore back in 2012, a couple nice games, but he's got to be on his game down, keep the ball down, and a slider. He throws breaking balls more to left-handed hitters, but they're looking for at least 5 innings from him, hopefully.
And his catcher this afternoon will be Miguel Montero, their everyday catcher. No catching problems there for the Cubs. And the remainder of the defense remains the same with the exception of shortstop. As we told you, Addison Russell out of the lineup. Javier Baez had a rough time last night. They're hoping that he will relax and enjoy himself out there today at shortstop. Schwarber, Fowler, and Soler from left to right. Good outfield, good arms, all.
And all the pieces put in place. Home plate umpire this afternoon is Mark Carlson. 6-man umpiring crew, a jam-packed Wrigley Field, over 40,000 on hand to see this Game 4. And the Cardinals and the Cubs, longtime rivals, matching up in what is an elimination game for St. Louis. First pitch of the ball game is on the way, and it's down and out, and away we go from Wrigley Field. One note about the St. Louis Cardinals, I mentioned they've been in this position before. Remember, they've been to 4 consecutive league championship series, and they have won 5 straight division series games when facing elimination. So they are a cool, calm bunch. At least they showed that in the clubhouse before this Game 4. And Carpenter lines one to right field. That's down for a base hit. And right away, Carpenter with a single, and the Cardinals with a man on. Matt Carpenter with his second hit of this postseason, now 2 for 13. That includes a homer. Now Jason Hamill making his 4th career postseason start. It's his 5th career appearance. And let's take a look at the Chevrolet pitch tracks on Hamill.
Well, as you see right there, it's kind of 50-50 with his fastball breaking ball. 2 different types of breaking balls, slider and then the curveball to a left-hander. But even though he's 6'6", he has a hard time keeping the ball down.
Stephen Piscotty with a man on to start this game. Carpenter with a single. And Piscotty deep into left center field. That is way back. And goodbye, a home run. Stephen Piscotty, a 2-run shot. Third postseason home run for Piscotty. Just like that, the St. Louis Cardinals up 2-0.
That is a statement by the St. Louis Cardinals. Just quiets this crowd in an absolute heartbeat. Another fastball he left middle in, and Piscotty does not miss it. And the ball is flying out of the ballpark again today.
Well, this Piscotty has really put on a show. We've been talking a lot about the Cubs rookies. This guy has really struck the ball well. He's playing good at first base. What a start.
And now Matt Holliday, and he's swinging away at the first pitch. He fouls it back. Boy, Piscotty now with 6 hits in this postseason already. He was 2 for 4 yesterday, hit a 2-run home run late in the game yesterday. And his 3rd home run of the postseason. All this talk about the Cubs rookies, and rightly so, and they've had a big impact on this series. But Piscotty is a rookie as well, and he has been the Cardinals' best power hitter so far in this postseason. And a fastball high from Hamill to Holliday.
First innings have been a problem for Hamill all year. He's had allowed a .302 batting average in the first inning, and not counting today, in 31 starts he'd given up 23 runs.
And a swing and a miss. Holliday strikes out Jason Hamill with a slider. It's a very important pitch for him. Well, Chris Maloney kind enough to wear a microphone for us. Let's hear what he thought on that home run by Piscotty.
Oh yeah. Go baby, go, 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 boom, attaboy!
All right, good call right there. Have to maybe break that one out. Boom. It's a boomstick. That was a boomstick by Piscotty. And Chris Maloney, longtime Cardinal coach, even through their minor league system. Here's Jason Hayward with 1 out. Hayward having a very good postseason and has good numbers against Hamill throughout his career. He is 4 for 12 so far in this series. Does have a home run. Hit that home run last night. Jake Arrieta. And against Jason Hamill, he is 9 for 18 lifetime.
Jason's been hitting the ball the other way. Ball out over the plate. He just murders.
Home run and a double the other way last night.
And a high fastball misses from Hamill. 4 pitches into this game, Jason Hamill finds himself trailing 2-0. Leadoff single by Carpenter. Stephen Piscotty, a 2-run homer if you're just tuning our way. And a 3-1. He is low, ball 4. Hayward is on. The third base runner, and the first 4 faced. And a base stealer aboard for St. Louis with John Peralta coming up.
Stingy strike zone right there. You got to have that pitch. 3-1 pitch, bottom of the strike zone.
And that's where he's got to live, is at the bottom of the zone. Big, tall guy, 6'6", 225.
So that'll bring up Peralta now with 1 away. And let's see if the Cardinals will be aggressive on the base paths. It's not a team that runs a lot, but Hayward is one of those guys that'll run, and Peralta on the ground. Baez, his only play at first base, and his first opportunity. Filling in for Addison Russell. There is out number 2, and Hayward advances to second. It's going to be interesting to watch Baez today, Joe. He did not play well defensively yesterday. He is thought to be a very good defender. Coming up from the Cubs minor league system, he took over for Russell, who was injured last night, and he gets the start here today.
Joe Madden said as much before the ball game, said that he was surprised at how nervous he appeared to be last night. He hopes that the jitters are gone.
Now 2 gone. Here is Randall Grichuk. And Grichuk on the first pitch, right off the end of the bat, right to Fowler, and that will retire the side. But the St. Louis Cardinals come out banging quick. 4 pitches into it. A 2-run deficit for Hamill and the Cubs. Stephen Piscotty, his 3rd postseason homer.
Martin Howden. I'm a covert operative in the FBI. You will not silence me.
Chrysler continues to break new ground in fuel efficiency, quality, and innovation, which is impressive. But doing it for 90 years is a reason to celebrate. And there's even more to celebrate with 0% APR for 72 months at the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration event. Now get 0% financing for 72 months plus up to $1,500 total bonus cash on 2015 Chrysler vehicles.
Hähnchenflugel zum halben Preis.
Parmesan Knoblauch?
Ja.
Eilenfrei?
Ja.
Honig Barbecue?
Ja.
Es ist unglaublich.
CJ, warum sprechen wir eigentlich Deutsch?
Ich weiß nicht.
Liegt es am Namen Winktoberfest?
Ich denke schon.
Etwas übertrieben. Phew.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Whatever language you speak, it's time to celebrate Wingtoberfest. Half-price wings Thursday, October 15th. This is how you Sonic.
Before earning enough cash back from Bank of America to take their act to the next level. Before earning 1% cash back everywhere, every time. 2% back at the grocery store. And 3% back on gas. Vince of the Flying Branzinos got a Bank Americard Cash Rewards credit card. Because he may earn his living jumping through hoops, but he'd rather not earn cash back that way. That's the spectacle of rewarding connections. Apply online or at a Bank of America near you.
It's the final countdown. The final countdown.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
What a start for the St. Louis Cardinals. They get a 2-run home run from Stephen Piscotty in the first inning off Jason Hamill. And now the Cubs coming up for the first time. Here's the batting order presented by T-Mobile, turned in by Joe Madden. And Chris Bryant, the headliner, had a big day yesterday, including a 2-run home run that gave the Cubs the lead for good in that game. That snapped an 0-for-11 streak after his single yesterday had 2 hits in 5 tries. John Lackey is on the mound. Great postseason pedigree. This is his 20th career postseason start.
Coming off a dazzling performance in Game 1 against the Cubs, and he's been good against the Cubs all year, especially in that Game 1 appearance. No-hitter he took into the 6th inning.
Lackey staked to a 2-0 lead. Dexter Fowler leads off, the switch-hitting center fielder. Fowler 1 for 4 yesterday. He hit a home run. He was the 6th home run of the night for the Cubs last night. Pulled one into right field. History-making night for the Chicago Cubs. No team has ever had 6 home runs in a single postseason game until the Cubs did it last night. And each of their top 6 hitters all had home runs. And Fowler, a high pop-up, shallow right field. Hayward's got a long way in. He'll call it, and he's got it for the first out. Jorge Soler back in the starting lineup once again, and why not? He's been great for Joe Madden, and he is in our Playmakers presented by Chrysler. Has a record as well, Major League record for reaching base safely. His first 9 postseason plate appearances. He has 4 hits and 5 walks, and is 4 for 4 in this series against the Cardinals, including another home run last night.
And that's exactly what he did the whole last game, is wear out that outside corner with more velocity than he's had all year long.
So Soler has that rookie record of 9 in a row. Reggie Jackson has the Major League record of 12 straight plate appearances reaching base.
And that same arm angle, Eck. He's dropping down a little bit.
I mean, he's found something there, is what he has. A little more velocity, and it's just that much tougher a right-handed hitter. You see the slider right there. But he's feeling good. You talk about a 2-run lead. You walk out to the mound. It's a beautiful thing.
He got a 1-run lead in the first inning in St. Louis to work with and started dealing.
And that's all he needed in game 1. That was a 4-0 shutout win. Lackey combined with Siegrist and Rosenthal in game 1. And a key act, as you pointed out, just 86 pitches in that game 1 victory, and only 6 occasions in that game did he actually pitch from the stretch. So that was a pretty easy roll as far as a postseason start goes, as that one misses. 3-2 the count. So there.
And he was already asking Mark Carlson, where was that pitch? Carlson told him it was low. Not so.
Full count. Soler with 5 walks in this series already. And a swing and a miss, and down he goes for the first time in the series. Lackey punches him out. 2 up and 2 down. And the streak will end at 9 for Jorge Soler. Chevrolet pitch tracks for Lackey. That fastball includes the 2-seamer, the 4-seamer, and the cut fastball. So there's essentially 3 pitches lumped into that 88% fastball usage.
Yeah, if you think you're going to go up there and get a cross-seam fastball 88% of the time, it's not going to happen.
Right. 2 men out. Chris Bryant at the plate. 23-year-old rookie. 2 hits yesterday. His first 2 hits of the postseason.
Boy, he did find something, though. That's a totally different arm slot.
He's complaining again, wanting to know if that one was up. He was using his hand to ask Mark Carlson, was that one upstairs?
Lackey, one of the more vocal pitchers. He had a matchup with John Lester in game 1, and those two never afraid to bark at an umpire as Bryant pulls one foul out ahead of a breaking ball.
You know, they talk about 3 days rest. I don't think this has anything to do with it as far as Lackey's concerned. You just throw it out the window. He's only started twice in the last 16 days. With about 145 pitches. We talked about the 86 last time out, but the 3 days rest thing in the postseason, that was back in what, 2002? I mean, that's like history.
Yeah, he said throw all that out the window. It's the postseason. Doesn't matter.
And Bryant, a swing and a miss, and John Lackey with a good start. Cardinals get him 2 in the top of the first, and a 3 up, 3 down, bottom of the first.
The Beam family has a long history of doing things their own way. They age every drop of Jim Beam twice as long as the law requires for a true Kentucky straight bourbon. So, 4 long years from now, I'll be back for this one. That's how Jim Beam makes history. How will you make yours? Introducing new Jim Beam Apple. Poured over ice and served with club soda and a fresh lemon wedge to make a crisp, refreshing Jim Beam Apple and Soda.
Who's ready to have a baby? Buster Posey.
You're not my doctor.
Come on, I'm sort of your doctor. I mean, we both wear gloves, and we always deliver in the clutch. Gloves? Clutch.
No, I'm sorry.
Perhaps we take a vote?
No.
Okay, guys, are we gonna do this or not? Let him try.
No.
Sorta you isn't you.
Honey, you're embarrassing me in front of Buster Posey.
Esurance helps make sure you only pay for what's right for you, not someone sorta like you. Esurance, official sponsor of Major League Baseball.
This Temptation Tuesday.
Just evil. Just like your son.
The drama is just getting started.
He won't stop.
Do yourself a favor. Stay away from Eddie.
Get out! Yes, I need you now. Yes, ma'am.
You didn't do anything, man. But I will.
Tyler Perry's If Loving You Is Wrong. All new tonight, 9/8 Central.
Hey, this is Tyler Perry. Watch If Loving You Is Wrong on OWN. Channel 189 in the Heartland package. Call 1-844-326-982.
Aerial coverage this afternoon provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires that go the distance inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. It's a beautiful, sunny, cool October day in Chicago, Illinois. And the shadows could play a factor here for the hitters. Tough to see. Not so far for Stephen Piscotty anyway, with a 2-run home run to give the Cardinals the lead. And now Hamill back to work, facing Colton Wong. Wong, Cruz, and Lackey, bottom of the order coming up for St. Louis. Cardinals get 2 runs on 2 hits and a walk in the first inning. .33-year-old Jason Hamill, first of a 2-year deal with the Cubs. He was with Chicago last year, traded to the Oakland Athletics. He was part of that deal that brought Addison Russell to Chicago. He went with Samardzija to Oakland. And Eck, his last pitch in the postseason prior to this start today was that giving up that game-winning base hit by Salvador Perez of the Royals in the wild card game last year.
We don't want to remember that. I'll tell you, this year he started off first half of the season, he was lights out. Second half has been a different story. Wasn't quite sure if he was going to start that second game or not. They went with Hendricks.
And Wong in the air to left field, slicing. Schwarber is there for the out. One way for Hamill in the second inning.
He's a guy that has some interesting numbers in that he averages over 9 strikeouts per 9 innings, 2 walks per 9 innings. That's not much, but here's what you're talking about, Dennis. Excellent first half, 2.86 ERA, and almost a double ERA of that in the second half.
I know he pulled a leg muscle early with June or July, and I think that had a lot to do with the second half.
Yeah, that was a start actually here at Wrigley against the Cardinals. He lasted just 1 inning on July 8th. And a left hamstring injury, and his season really never got started again after that. First pitch to Tony Cruz is up and in. A lot of focus on the Cardinal catcher here this afternoon. Cruz in there for Yadier Molina. The Cardinals will not DL Molina. He's still available to catch, but swinging the bat has been the problem for him. And Mike Matheny's hoping a Cardinal victory today will buy him a day off tomorrow. And then you could see Molina back in there for game 5.
Well, if it was that bad, they would have replaced him, right? Because you got to have another catcher, so obviously he can catch.
And a defensive swing by Tony Cruz, and Hamill ahead of the count, 1-2, and already bullpen activity for Joe Madden and the Cubs. That is Justin Grimm out there. It will be a quick hook for Joe Madden.
As he says, I use more of the eyeball test than anything else. He must not like what he sees from Hamill so far.
1-2 pitch. Cruz fouls it back. One thing Joe talked to us about before the game about Hamill, and he's known Hamill for a long time. He actually brought Hamill to the major leagues back in '06 with the Tampa Bay Rays, then known as the Devil Rays. But when that sinker, when it's up, he's in trouble. He's got to bury the ball down in the strike zone.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to unravel when you're 6'6". You got to be pretty perfect to put that ball in the outside corner.
And a swing and a miss. So Hamill with a strikeout of Cruz. 2 up and 2 down here in the second inning. Second strikeout for Hamill. Hey, a reminder, you can follow every pitch of the postseason with MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball. Stay connected with highlights, replay reviews, scores, pitch tracking, live radio broadcast, and more. You can download the At Bat app today. Great crowd. They were loud before this game started, and they were loud up until Stephen Piscotty's 2-run homer. And now settling in just a bit as Hamill faces his mound opponent, John Lackey, who was 0 for 2. And that's a broken bat, but that's going to fall into center field, a base hit. So Lackey with a 2-out single, and the Cardinal pitcher with a base hit.
Ball not hit very hard. You see the ball still middle. The ball looked like a little cutter or something, but end of the bat dunks it into center field.
Splintered it lengthwise. The Cubs have done a real good job up into this game of keeping Carpenter off the bases. He's had a great year. He's had great on-base percentage when he's been in the leadoff spot, but only 2 hits so far in the series until the start of this game, and he leads off with a single and kind of gets the motor running for the St. Louis Ball Club.
Carpenter had a leadoff home run in game 1. That's just his second hit there, that single that he had in the first inning. Carpenter had a terrific season. Matter of fact, his on-base percentage, Joe, you mentioned it, 389 for the regular season. So that 389 on-base percentage out of the leadoff spot was the best in the National League this year. They tried Hayward a little bit in the leadoff spot. Wong was in there a bit, but Matheny has settled on Carpenter, and he gives them not only great on-base percentage, but some pop as well. He led the Cardinals in homers this season. And that one's in the air, center field. Easing back is Fowler with the glasses on. And that will retire the side. Hamel needed that for the Cubs. So he scored a second. Lackey back on the mound. Rizzo, Castro, Schwarber coming up.
Every villain knows a getaway car requires abundant power, impeccable style, and of course, the cover of darkness. But what if it's a different kind of getaway you're after? The F-Type convertible and the F-Type coupe from Jaguar. Oh, it's good to be bad.
Jaguar has been ranked highest in customer satisfaction with dealer service among luxury brands by J.D. Power.
There are those who stop and those who push on. So go, be something more.
Here's something to shout from the mountaintop. Cricket's plans start at $35 a month after $5 auto-pay credit, with more 4G LTE coverage nationwide than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Exxon and Mobil give you energy for all life's journeys, because where we go is who we are. Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here. Exxon and Mobil are proud Plenty partners. Lots of points, lots of places, one rewards program.
Play scary music.
Sure.
What time's the pirate store close?
Pirate Supply Store is open until 6 p.m.
How do I make fake blood?
What are the top scariest movies of all time?
Turn on the flashlight.
What's a good place?
How old is too old to trick or treat?
You're never too old to trick or treat.
They have great intensity. Whether they're fresh or beat up, tired, they show up to play.
Here comes Donaldson, and he's safe.
Everything's really clicking. Our offense is on fire. You know, our pitching's been good. Our defense has been great. It's all come together at this point. We're playing great baseball.
Third home run of the game for the Blue Jays. The series heads back to Toronto, tied at 2 games apiece.
Well, let's take a look at today's MLB Memory Bank moment presented by Bank of America. In the 2003 NLDS, the Cubs defeated the Braves 3-2, advancing to the NLCS against the Marlins. And the 2003 NLDS is the Cubs' only series win since 1908, when they were in the World Series. We invite you to share your favorite baseball memories all season long using hashtag MLB Memory Bank.
0-4 are the Cubs in postseason when they can eliminate an opponent, and never won a postseason series at Wrigley to celebrate.
There's a lot of history against, and for the St. Louis Cardinals, there is a lot of history for, including their record in elimination games over the years, which is 10 games over 500, 26-16, as Lackey gets Rizzo to swing and miss. Off we go here in the bottom of the second inning. Rizzo, Castro, Schwarber, Lackey with a 1-2-3 first and a couple of strikeouts.
These guys are getting some funny swings, Dennis. I don't know if this arm angle change that he's got is causing them to pick the ball up late, but that was a late reaction by Rizzo.
I totally think it is. And usually if you think you drop down, a left-hander would have a better look at you, but they look like it's a little deceiving.
Wow, way inside. That ball might have hit him had he not fouled it off.
He reacted to that ball so late. This ball gets in his kitchen. You see, it's not a strike. It's a beautiful, perfect pitch.
Hit it off his leg.
Rizzo stands right on top of home plate and led all of Major League Baseball in hit by pitches this season. He dares a pitcher to work inside on him.
He's more off the plate right now than he normally is. Almost he backed up a couple inches.
Lackey misses inside. Rizzo was hit 31 times during the regular season. That set a franchise record. The shift on for Rizzo with the 3 infielders on the right side. And notice they move Carpenter over there on the right side, who's played a lot of second base in his career. They keep Peralta in his normal position at short. And a ground ball that way. There's nobody home. That'll be an easy base hit for Anthony Rizzo, defying the shift. And Rizzo is aboard with his second hit of the postseason. It's a lead single in the second inning.
2-strike base hit. You get it any way you can. Goes to chopping wood kind of late. Nobody home. Big chopper right there. Peralta over to third base position. Meanwhile, Rizzo does a nice piece of work with a 2-strike pitch.
Fan favorite walk-up music for Starlin Castro. They're all into it. Inside, almost hitting. Starlin Castro has had a good series at the plate. He was 2 for 4 yesterday, had a key home run in yesterday's game that tied the game at 2 apiece after the Cardinals had taken the lead.
That's a statement right there, throwing that ball in on Castro like, hello, we know you're there.
Yesterday, the Cardinals scored 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning off Arrieta, took a lead, and then Castro against Michael Wacha hammered one into the bleachers in left center to tie it. It was on a first pitch curveball from Michael Wacha. Those are the numbers for Lackey. He's got a lot of great numbers that point to the start here today on 3 days rest. 2.89 ERA in elimination games. This is his 4th career start. And a ground ball, backhanded Peralta from a knee. Throw to second is in time. Johnny Peralta retires the lead man, Rizzo. Castro will reach on a fielder's choice.
And that wasn't just a little bit of a drop in arm angle. He went sidearm on that.
It's almost Laredo.
Nothing much he hasn't seen or done in the postseason. He's 36 years old, 13 years in the big leagues. He's been here before.
It's been a decade since his last postseason start on 3 days rest. Got to go back to the 05 division series. He was pitching for the Angels then in a game against the Yankees. As Kyle Schwarber takes a strike.
First time around the order, he throws a lot of fastballs. That's what he does. He'll change it up second time around, but I'd be proud of that 93, 94.
Schwarber, a shot back up the middle and a base hit. And Castro will hold his ground at second base. Kyle Schwarber just keeps on hitting. That's his 4th hit of the postseason. He has started in all but one of the games. And he was one of the 6 with a home run last night.
Schwarber gets a fastball right down the middle. That's a beautiful swing.
And they were set up away again. They got the call on the first pitch away. They went to the same spot, but he missed his spot. This is some kind of good-looking young hitter.
He was in last year's draft out of Indiana, the cream and crimson to the big leagues and now into the postseason just a little over a year later. Lackey facing Miguel Montero. Montero still looking for his first hit of this postseason. He is 0 for 6. He's had back-to-back starts.
Their bullpen's going to get busy, Brian, because Hamill is on deck. If they've got something going here offensively, they may hit for him right here.
Oh, absolutely.
I saw Justin Grimm getting loose in the second inning with Hamill on the mound. So I guess if you're Jason Hamill at this point, you're rooting for a 3-run homer.
Yes.
That might be the only way you stay in the game.
Yeah.
You're always rooting for a 3-run homer.
Despite all those home runs they hit last night, the Cubs are just 2 for 16 with runners in scoring position in the series.
2 on, 1 away. An infield hit and a line drive single in this inning against Lackey. Montero's got plenty of pop in his bat and a swing and a miss.
So he came paused for just a fraction of a second that time. Timing different, throws a breaking ball. And he's tricky out there.
Yes, he is. Smart guy. Again, knows what he's doing. And when you've got fastball command, which he typically has, makes for a long day for the hitters.
Two balls and a strike, and a quick release there by Lackey, misses down and away.
See that quick pause? He doesn't even come set very long. If you're trying to mess with the hitter's timing.
Yeah, it's borderline balk.
Yes.
Big moment early. Hitters count for Montero and a swing and a foul.
Once again, 3-1 breaking ball behind the count. Throws breaking stuff. Good swing.
I always wonder about the timing and the rhythm with a new catcher in. And Yadier Molina's maybe the best that ever lived back there at that part of the game. The sequencing with the starting pitcher. You see Cruz out to talk to Lackey. Lackey's the guy that wants to get going. He knows what he wants, and there's been a little hesitation between these pitches.
And the first game in St. Louis was a fast game by postseason standards, and he just wants to get it back from the catcher and throw the next pitch.
Molina will be heavily involved today with Cruz. You'll see him on the bench talking to his catching counterpart and talking with the manager, Mike Matheny. That's a significant loss for St. Louis.
Big pitch right here.
Full count, 1 out. Cardinals are looking to turn 2 here. And Montero, a swing and a miss. John Lackey with a big K early. His third strikeout goes right after him, and down goes Montero.
After a couple of breaking balls when he was behind the count, that one looks like gas. See that little 3/4 angle, leaves it out over, but he upper swings this ball. Misses it badly.
Overswung a little bit of an uppercut. Nice comeback from a 3-1 count.
And the first decision for Joe Madden is a no decision. He is going to allow Hamill to stay in and bat, and Hamill off the end of the bat and a base hit. Into center field it goes, and this will bring a run home. Castro scores as Jason Hamill delivers, and the Cubs are on the board.
Well, Hamill's burned him. I tell you, he burned him on that. I think he threw him a little cutter. That wasn't a fastball, a little cutter.
Lackey's
beside himself. Oh, yeah.
Furious behind the plate, backing up.
That will get your goat. I'll tell you what, when a pitcher does this, 2 outs, that's a breaking ball. Just left it right there. He's ready to snap. He wanted to throw a fastball, he said, didn't he? He threw a breaking ball.
Yeah.
He's yelling at him, maybe.
Jason Hamill had 11 hits during the regular season this season and 4 runs batted in. Handles the bat pretty well, and he has delivered with a big one in the second inning of this one. Now it's Baez into right field, way back. Javier Baez, a 3-run home run.
Wow. Wow. Whoa.
Hamill got his 3-run home run. First pitch fastball, look out.
Every Cubs fan knows that Javier Baez has as much power as any player on this roster. And Baez has his postseason moment right here. Bam! 3-run opposite field home run.
That ball is on the corner.
That wasn't a bad pitch.
No, and he had just got some extension. That ball's way out of here.
For what a lightning bolt for the Cubs. First, the Hamill base hit, which was a shocker.
And they didn't pinch hit for him.
It's crazy.
All smiles. Javier Baez getting the start today for Addison Russell. Wastes no time. Jumps on Lackey quickly, and the Cubs lead 4-2.
I thought when that ball sailed out of here, I thought, you know what, maybe Lackey's emotions got the best of him and he made a bad pitch. But he didn't make a bad pitch. The ball was coming back a little bit, tailing back to the plate, but it was away.
He punched out Montero on a fastball. 2 pitches later, there's 4 runs.
Yeah. And he's going to lament that base hit by Hamill like crazy.
Cubs push Baez out for a curtain call here at Wrigley Field. Yes, it is happening. That was something. Here's Dexter Fowler, and Lackey misses. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That is stunning. You know, that's a number 9 hitter. Going yard right there. Starting to get on Lackey.
Two and 2. Lackey wanted that call.
Lackey's got steam coming out of his ears right now.
Well, you might want to take down the Gatorade water coolers in that dugout. 2-2 on the way. Fowler a swing and a miss, and Lackey strikes him out and is snorting all the way to the dugout. What an inning. 2-out rally to the max. Jason Hamill with an RBI single. Javier Baez, 3-run jack. Cubs lead.
There's only one way to get a gold PS4. And that is not it. Grab a Quesarito or Volcano Quesarito Big Box for your chance to win a limited edition gold PS4 bundle only at Taco Bell.
Now with no monthly payments until 2016, bring home the go-kart handling of the Mini Hardtop. Fit more friends with the Hardtop 4-door. Or the bigger Mini Countryman with available all-wheel drive. Bring home your Mini today at the 0 for 15 Mini Sales Event with 0 hassles and 0 holdups. It's all thrills and no monthly payments until 2016.
I am totally blind, and sometimes I struggle to sleep at night and stay awake during the day. This is called non-24.
Learn more by calling 844-824-2424 or visit your24info.com.
You ever feel like you're spinning?
Like you're stuck in the same place in life? Just going round and round and round? Yeah, man. Been there.
No, actually spinning.
Oh, we can fix that by going to Midas. They have a great selection of tires. Sorry, Doug, I thought you were trying to get deep.
It's time to take a closer look at your tires. Get up to $160 back by mail on a set of 4 Goodyear, Cooper, and other select brands. Tires, brakes, oil, everything.
Oh, cool. I can check my credit score on Credit Karma.
Checking your credit score is for chumps. I have great credit.
How do you know?
Duh.
You know those change, right?
Tattoos don't change.
Try Credit Karma. It's free, and you can see what your score is right now. Aren't you a little bit curious?
I just got my free credit score.
Credit Karma. Really free credit scores. Really free.
I've got to update my ink.
We're gonna put on the biggest fireworks show since the book of Genesis.
Repent.
You are nothing.
Tonight, dazzle us. Brace yourself for the most anticipated premiere of the season.
Hallelujah.
I know what you're doing.
I'm on a mission. There is a spy. Manhattan, the season premiere, tonight on WGN America, Channel 239.
Well, John Lackey fighting mad after that 4-run outburst by the Cubs.
He is livid, and I think not so much the home run. It went back to the pitcher Hamill getting a base hit off him. He threw him a breaking ball, sped up his bat.
Steven Piscotty, who hit a 2-run homer in the first inning.
That's where the anger started.
There was already a fuse lit on that little weak 2-strike ground ball base hit by Rizzo. He didn't appreciate that very much either.
We've got some interesting images to show you from Lackey that might tell a story. Remember, we hit the air talking about the injury to Molina in the pitch sequence, and this is after that base hit, and you don't want to read all the words from his lips, but he does say throw the fastball.
Right, it's like he didn't want to throw that pitch. It's almost like he was mad at Cruz.
Well, soft liner in the sun. Castro makes a catch on Piscotty for out number 1. So the Chicago Cubs now, that Baez homer gives them 8 home runs from 7 different players. And while Javier Baez is not classified as a rookie any longer, he's still only 22 years of age. And the Cubs are getting impressive production from players 23 and younger all across their lineup.
Just crazy.
Matt Holliday now. And a strike in there from Hamill. That all went so fast. Think about Jason Hamill giving up 2 runs in the first 4 pitches of the game, and then in a 2-pitch swing by Lackey, there were 4 runs on the board for the Chicago Cubs. And let's not wash over the decision by Madden to let Hamill hit for himself to try to continue on in this game on the mound. That set it all up. I'm sure he never expected a base hit and an RBI.
Neither did Lackey.
If Montero had reached base, there's no way Hamill would have hit.
Right.
He'd have been out of the game. So he took matters into his own hand, got a base hit, then Baez did his thing.
And how many pitchers are up there hunting first pitch breaking balls, by the way, as Holliday fouls it off.
I tell you what, he swung fastball and he threw him a breaking ball. I mean, I've run in as a hitter, pitcher.
Yeah.
I thought I hit a fastball, and I come back to the dugout saying, it was a slider, it was anger.
Is that what we call pitcher speed?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, pitcher's bat speed. Holliday up there with 1 away. He was a strikeout victim in the first. And in the air to right field. Soler, that's a tough sun field today. Sunglasses on. Soler's got it for the out.
The wind's not as big a factor as it was last night, but that's the direction that balls will be helped today. It's kind of blowing across from foul pole, the left field pole to the right field pole. And I'm not sure that Baez's ball was wind aided. It was a rocket.
And as the sun sets beyond the third base grandstand, it sets right on the right fielder. So those right fielders are going to need a lot of help today, especially in the next hour or so. Jason Hayward batting with 2 outs. Day baseball at Wrigley. Day postseason baseball at Wrigley is even more special.
Still activity in the bullpen. Madden is not going to let this lead slip away easily.
Justin Grimm continues to throw. He's got a couple innings down there already. And a 2-0 to Hayward is in there for a strike.
Jason's really swinging the bat well. We talked about it his first time up today. Drew a walk. But he is squaring up everything, especially anything middle away. Stands way off the plate.
And Hamill crowds him. That's inside. Looks like a hitter-friendly strike zone to start. home plate umpire Mark Carlson. Hamill is a pitcher who relies on the edges, much like Lackey. And a swing and a foul. Good hack by Hayward, but he was under it. And it's 3-2 now.
Doesn't happen very often. You're on the mound. You got sun in your eyes. You're the only person with the sun in your eyes.
He lost him. Hayward draws the walk. So back into the stretch goes Hamill. Jason Hayward is aboard. His second walk of the game. And Joe Madden's yelling at his pitching coach, Chris Bosio. He'll have a chat with his starting pitcher. I wonder if the pitching coach says, you know, what do you want me to say right here? Or what probably knows.
What if he said, you go?
Why don't you go, Skip?
I know if it were the Cardinals and the way John Lackey was feeling last inning, I'm not sure I'd want to go out.
Chris Bosio, who once threw a no-hitter in the major leagues, is a member of the Mariners. Fine pitching coach for the Chicago Cubs. He's done a great job here, and he's the only coach that was a holdover when Nat took the job.
Well, one of his philosophies is to pitch inside. You got to establish inside to make everything else work. And he drills and grooms these guys to that.
So Boz has had his say. There's Bosio, and now Hamill will face Johnny Peralta, a very dangerous bat. He was among National League leaders at the shortstop position in home runs this year. Top 4 in the major leagues as well for home runs by a shortstop. And when you consider the ballpark he plays in, you have to put him in that category as one of the premier power hitting shortstops in all of baseball. The pitcher friendly Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Peralta hit 17 this year.
Hit that big double off of Arrieta last night on a breaking ball. The hanger. Almost hit it out of there. Had a little top spin on it. Hit the wall.
Yeah, he's behind in the count. I think.
Oh, two.
Yeah, he was cutting down on it a little bit. That may have been why he was out in front. Topped it.
2 outs. Cardinal half of the 3rd inning. After the Cubs just scored 4. All 4 coming with 2 outs. In the bottom of the 2nd inning.
Hamill's thrown a lot of bad breaking balls this inning. With 3 spinners he threw to Hayward in that at bat. And then you see one right there.
And a swing and a miss. Snap throw to first. Close play. Got him. Hayward is out. Montero cuts him down. And the inning ends at first base. The Cubs catch it with a pickoff. Jason Hayward out at first. And the Cardinals are retired in the 3rd.
Hello, Kent Jennings. I haven't seen you since that TV quiz show.
Hello, Watson. You can see now?
I can recognize people, analyze images, and watch movies.
Well, I wrote a few books. I did a speaking tour.
I've been helping people plan for retirement, and I help doctors identify cancer treatments.
Is that all?
I've recently learned Japanese.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
I haven't learned sarcasm yet.
I can help with that.
Chrysler continues to break new ground in fuel efficiency, quality, and innovation, which is impressive. But doing it for 90 years is a reason to celebrate. And there's even more to celebrate with 0% APR for 72 months at the Chrysler Anniversary Celebration event. Now get 0% financing for 72 months plus up to $1,500 total bonus cash on 2015 Chrysler vehicles.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code END.
You know, Viagra helps guys with erectile dysfunction get and keep an erection. Talk to your doctor about Viagra.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
It's here. The most advanced iPhone yet. Get the new iPhone 6S at T-Mobile, the network that's doubled its LTE coverage in the past year. Our new extended range LTE signal now reaches twice as far as before and is 4 times better in buildings. Want more? Get the lowest price on iPhone 6S with trade-in. 0 upfront and just $5 a month with Jump on Demand. Get it now at T-Mobile.
Cubs with a 4-2 lead, game 4 of this National League Division Series, and the Cubs leading 2-1 in this best of 5. John Lackey back to work. Jorge Soler at the plate. Soler leads off. He'll be followed by Bryant then Rizzo. A pickoff to end the top of the 3rd inning. Jason Hayward cut down by Miguel Montero. Lackey returns after giving up 4 last inning, all with 2 outs. And that quick strike by Javier Baez, batting out of the 9th spot in the order. Madden has his pitcher batting 8th, and Baez with a 3-run home run jumped on the first pitch from Lackey. Soler has been very impressive with his command of the strike zone in this postseason. He has 5 walks already. Lackey did strike him out in the 1st inning. Got him to chase one. He chases one there, 2-2.
Good off-speed pitch, though. Guy who's a dead red fastball hitter, and he 2-1. Keep back with that off-speed pitch. Beauty.
Plate umpire Mark Carlson is on his way out. I think somebody from the Cubs dugout is asking to see the ball. And Lackey very calmly shows it to him. A little gamesmanship, perhaps.
Hey, what's that all about? I don't get it.
And
it's a breaking ball.
Didn't throw the ball out.
Lackey tried to throw that one through the backstop, 95 miles an hour, and he missed with it.
And again, asking if the pitch was up. Maybe Madden just trying to get under his skin a little bit.
Madden knows it well. Those two go way back. They were together that 0-2 World Series winning team with the Angels. Lackey's rookie year, Madden was the bench coach that season for Mike Scioscia.
Kind of plays right to the crowd. They've been yelling Lackey to end the last inning.
And Soler will take the walk. Joe, let's go back to the pickoff that ended the Cardinal half of the 3rd inning.
We've been talking a lot about Montero picking balls in the dirt and then throwing. He got a great pitch to throw on here. And one of the things about this play, great throw, number 1, but a left-handed first baseman who all he's got to do is just drop the glove right there on Jason Hayward for the out. If it's a right-handed first baseman, he may have to catch the ball and then reach back for the tag. Great throw.
And it's followed up with a leadoff walk the next half inning. Now Bryant is at the plate. They cut it a miss.
Well, he just tied him up right there with a fastball.
On the ground. Carpenter, second base, out there, throw to first, and it's in time, a double play. John Lackey gets one around the horn, 5-4-3. Between innings, we had a chance to visit with Cardinal manager Mike Matheny. Watching John Lackey and no Yadier Molina today. What's the organization from the signals and the rhythm between catcher and pitcher, in your point?
Well, Tony Cruz does a great job of figuring out the plan, and he and Yadi spend a lot of time talking about each individual pitcher and what they're going to need. So it's not necessarily an issue of communication there. You have an infield single that gets things started, and then a ball up and away that ends up costing him with a home run.
Mike, this is Joe. If needed, is your bullpen all ready today?
Yeah,
everybody available?
We're locked and loaded. Overall, John's making some really good pitches, though. You got a pitcher, a slider up to the pitcher, cost him a run. Once again, not a lot of mistakes, but the ones that he's made so far, they've really made him pay.
And our thanks to Mike Matheny. What's your assessment of those comments, Ed?
I think it's perfect. He defends the pitcher. Infield hit, makes a bad mistake to the pitcher with a slider, and then a ball out of the ballpark, up out over the plate. I mean, my goodness. It happened so quickly. But he is throwing the ball good. I mean, I think he's throwing the ball as good as we've seen him in last time out.
Good life on it. Locating it.
Just got a double play off to bat of Chris Bryant, so he faces Rizzo here with the bases empty.
He has been burying that fastball to this side of the plate that's in on Rizzo. Working it away to right-handers, working it in on the lefties, that same spot. Glove side, inside corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Rizzo, a swing and a miss. Cruz blocks it and will secure the strikeout at first to end the inning. Scoreless third for John Lackey. Cubs have a lead. Elimination day for the Cardinals.
If you're the band Europe, you love a final countdown. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Why pause a spontaneous moment to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use and a free 30-tablet trial.
We're a marketing research company, so I need to collect your phone so you can't post pictures. Okay, how does it feel to not be connected?
My chest hurts.
Well, let me give your phones back. Let me show you a better way to keep connected. The 2016 Chevy Cruze offers built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi that connects up to 7 devices.
So this thing puts out its own signal?
Yes.
This is next level, Chevy.
Exxon and Mobil give you energy for all life's journeys, because where we go is who we are. Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here. Exxon and Mobil are proud Plenty partners. Lots of points, lots of places, one rewards program.
Harold Reynolds here. When I need to catch up on baseball, I pull up my MLB.com at-bat app. Highlights and updates whenever I want. Follow the 2015 postseason. Get baseball's #1 app with more than 40 million downloads. The MLB.com at-bat app.
Our coverage of the 2015 National League Division Series on TBS is presented by T-Mobile. And those late afternoon shadows starting to creep out into the outfield now at Wrigley Field. 4-2 Cubs. Cardinals got a 2-run homer from Piscotty in the first inning. Jason Hamill drove in a run in the second with 2 outs, and then Javier Baez a 3-run home run. 2 pitches just like that. The Cubs had 4 on the board. Lackey's come back. He worked a scoreless third, and now we head to the 4th inning with Johnny Peralta at the plate. He was up there when Jason Hayward was cut down on the pickoff play to end third. So it'll be Peralta, Grichuk, and Wong to start it against Jason Hamill, who starts this inning with bullpen activity behind him once again.
I know there's only room for 2 pitching rubbers here at Wrigley Field, but I think he might have 5 guys warming up right now if he had enough room.
And Justin Grimm has been warming up in each of the last 3 innings.
Meanwhile, the zone got small. That second pitch was a strike. Called it down. Now he's 3-0. The leash is short.
Peralta grounded to short in the 1st inning. And Hamill issues the walk. So Peralta will reach. Between innings, we had a chance to hear from Joe Madden, who is on his way out to make a pitching change here. And we'll let you hear his thoughts. But he's going to make a change. And he's asking for the right-hander, Justin Grimm, with Grichuk coming up. So yes, indeed, the leash is short. And we have a pitching change in inning number 4. Grimm finally gets into the game.
It's not about hugging trees. It's not about being wasteful either. You just gotta find that balance. Where taking care of yourself takes care of more than just yourself.
Lease an MKZ hybrid for $299 a month, only at your Lincoln dealer.
You can't always be there to protect her down the road. Make sure the tires she's riding on will. With the revolutionary Michelin Premier tire, even when half worn, it's still safe, thanks to EverGrip technology. The Michelin Premier tire, safe when new, safe when worn.
Bob Dylan. To improve my language skills, I've read all your lyrics.
You've read all of my lyrics.
I can read 800 million pages per second.
That's fast.
My analysis shows your major themes are that time passes and love fades.
Well, that sounds about right.
I have never known love.
Maybe we should write a song together.
I can sing.
You can sing?
Do-be-bop, be-bop-a-doo. Dooby-dooby-doo. Do, dooby-doo.
Let's go inside the booth, presented by Esurance, proud partner of Major League Baseball. Brian Anderson with Dennis Eckersley and Joe Simpson. And there's a lot going on in this game already, guys. Heck, pitching changes. It's just 3+ for Jason Hamill in this one.
You know, everything happened so fast. You talk about Hamill, 4 pitches in, 2-0, and then back to Lackey. In a matter of 2 pitches, he gave up 4 runs, you know, 1 being hit to the pitcher.
That was pretty much what I was going to say, but this whole series has been that way. It's been quick strike. Things happen on the first pitch to a batter, first pitch of an inning. There have been just lightning bolts hit.
So it will be Justin Grimm, who emerged as a late inning reliever for the Cubs this season, and here he is working in the 4th. So he becomes the get out of trouble early guy for Joe Madden here in game 4. 62 appearances during the regular season. He's got Randall Grichuk at the plate, and strike 1 in there.
First appearance for Grimm in this series. He was more of a go-to guy for Madden earlier in the season. I mean, most of the season up until the last month.
He can bring it too. Good down and breaking ball.
Nice fresh arm right now.
Grichuk flew out to center to end the 1st inning. 0-2 is the count. Grimm deals outside.
Brian, what was it a couple of years ago when the Rays were down 2-1 to the Red Sox, And I think, was it Hellickson that started for the Rays?
Jeremy Hellickson.
And then it was all of a sudden, it was Johnny Holstaff for Joe Madden. He went to his bullpen early.
He's never been afraid to do that all of his postseason runs. As Grichuk on the ground, third base, and Bryant drops the baseball. Trying to make a throw too fast. And Bryant with a boot here. 2 on with nobody out. They certainly would have gotten the lead out at second. Unlikely they would have been able to turn 2 with Grichuk's speed, but there was certainly an out there for him.
Yes, weak contact. You get a ground ball, at least you're going to get a force out. I think he looked up a little bit, trying to throw the ball to second base. Just absolutely muffed this ball.
Cardinals had more come from behind wins than anybody in the National League, 44 of them.
So an error here sets up first and second with nobody out for Colton Wong, who shows bunt. And able to take a ball. Did he go? They said he did not. Wong did not bunt through it, according to the third base umpire on the appeal. 1 ball, no strikes on Colton Wong.
And don't forget that last night, despite the 6 home runs by the Cubs, the Cardinals got within 2 in the 9th inning and had the middle of their order up.
Wong not bunting this time, takes a strike. Right on the outer edge. 1-1 the count. Jose Oquendo, the Cardinal third base coach, going through the signs.
Giving up an out to get to the bottom of the order. You got somebody warming up the bullpen, Wainwright.
Now Wong is the 7th place hitter in this Cardinals lineup, and he swings and fouls it away. You start to look at the construction of the Cardinals batting order, Joe, and you figure Wong is there. Matheny said as much because of the power potential, the extra base hit potential with Cruz and Lackey hitting 8 and 9.
And with Cruz's numbers, it's a soft bottom of their order.
2 on, nobody out. And a swing and a miss. Justin Grimm strikes him out for the first out of the 4th inning. A lot has transpired, but between innings we had a chance to catch up with Joe Madden, the Cubs skipper. Well, Joe, you've been a big fan of Javier Baez. Talk us through that at-bat last time up.
Pretty well struck. I mean, listen, he has that kind of power to all fields. You saw it to the right side right there. He's an outstanding infielder, too. He had a little bit of a tough night last night, but this kid's going to be a well above average infielder with that kind of power.
Yeah, Joe, this is I was wondering if Montero walks right there, bases loaded, you pinch hit for Hamill?
Yeah, we had somebody ready in that particular moment. Once it got to be 2 outs, first and second, I just stayed with Hammer. Hammer does, like you saw, he could hit the ball a little bit, but I thought the chances were less right there, so I let him hit.
And our thanks to Joe Madden. Managers defined by their decisions in the postseason. Madden has never been afraid to pull the trigger or not pull the trigger on various moves. And a swing and a miss. Tony Cruz.
Oh, got some hair right there, isn't it?
96. It's
hopping. It's hopping.
Got a little life to it. He's got that breaking ball, like I said, that is a bit of a downer. That's what he got Wong on.
Now Justin Grimm, a strikeout for his first out in relief of Hamill. Mike Matheny's got the wheels in motion here in the 4th inning as well. And Cruz upstairs on a 96-mile-an-hour fastball, and it's 0-2. Adam Wainwright is in the bullpen. Lackey's spot is due next, and Matheny has Tommy Pham on deck.
Look, it's obvious that the Cardinals need Cruz to catch the ball. They need him to call a good game, be a good receiver. They don't expect a lot of offense, but it's times like these when you've got a guy in runner in scoring position, they sure could use a base hit out of him.
2 on, nobody out. Grimm has him down 0-2, and Cruz takes a ball. With a high fastball again. That was his best bullet yet at 97.
I'll tell you what, this has been a tight zone. I mean, I want everything. I know that ball's borderline. I got to have that. I think it nicks the corner.
Yeah.
Graham open for the double play that would end the inning here. And the 1-2, a swing and a miss. He struck him out. He kept it upstairs. Another fastball, back-to-back Ks for Justin Grimm. 2 outs here in the fourth.
I know he's got a breaking ball that could induce a double play, but right now he's just letting it go.
When you got a guy like Cruz that's swinging through it so late, why give him a chance with anything else? It should be out of this inning.
And now Chris Basio's on his way out. This might be just a scouting report visit for Basio, as Tommy Pham has been announced as the pinch hitter. So that's the end of the day for John Lackey. Lackey coming back on 3 days rest. And in a 2-pitch span, 4 runs on the board in the second inning. And it's going to be a short start for him here in game 4.
I don't think it had anything to do with 3 days rest, believe me.
No, I don't either.
So Lackey becomes cheerleader at this point. Tommy Pham, he's had a pinch hit moment already in this series. Pinch hit home run in the 8th inning of game 1, and that Lackey start gave the Cardinals a 2-0 lead. 2 outs, 2 on for St. Louis.
Open up the strike zone there.
That looked a little wide.
Inning started with a walk to Peralta. Bryant committed the error that allowed Grichuk on.
That was a huge home run in game 1 that Pham hit. It was a 1-0 ball game. Bottom of the 8th, gave the Cardinals a little breathing room, and then after a walk, Piscotty followed with another home.
3-1 fastball. I wonder if he'll throw him a hook at some point.
And a strike. Ooh, what a high strike. Tommy Pham rightfully upset, and Mike Matheny is giving Mark Carlson an earful behind home plate.
One was a ball, one's a strike.
Yeah.
Nice strike. That's been the go-to pitch for Grimm.
He's got a hammer for you though too.
2 on, 2 out. Back-to-back strikeouts. Grimm deals, and a swing and a miss. Justin Grimm strikes out 3 straight. Inning over. Cardinals had 2 on, nobody out. Cannot score. Grimm with 3 punch-outs. Back to the fastball he goes.
There are those who stop and those who push on. So go, be something more.
Say what he said. Go 2-2 drive ball.
Next up at the plate, Giovanni Flip. Greek yogurt with a flip of tasty goodies on the side.
On now 2-2.
It's the break you make.
To love is life is to live it naturally.
What's it like to be the boss of you?
Pretty great. How about a 10% raise? How about 20? How about done? That's the kind of control I like.
And that's what they give me at National Car Rental. I can choose any car in the aisle I want without having to ask anyone. Who better to be the boss of you
Than me. I mean, you. Us. Go National. Go like a pro.
Tuesday.
Just evil.
Just like your son.
The drama is just getting started.
He won't stop.
Do yourself a favor. Stay away from Eddie.
Get out! Yes, I need you now.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't do anything, man. But I will.
Tyler Perry's If Loving You Is Wrong. All new tonight, 9/8 Central.
Hey, this is Tyler Perry. Watch If Loving You Is Wrong on OWN. Channel 189 in the Heartland package. Call 1-844-326-9824 now.
Let's take a look at the upcoming postseason television schedule. Coming up next on TBS, it is the Dodgers and the Mets. And the Mets a chance to eliminate Los Angeles from the postseason. A Dodger win, that series would return to Dodger Stadium. Tomorrow, the American League is back in it. 2 Game 5s, Rangers, Blue Jays, Astros, Royals. And then that's the action on Thursday, all if necessary. Adam Wainwright is on the mound. He's pitching in his 3rd consecutive game of this National League Division Series. He's gone an inning and 2/3 in the first 2, and he'll take over for John Lackey.
And this is the first time he's worked in back-to-back days since he came back. Last night got burned on a first pitch fastball. Look for him to set up that breaking ball, set up the hitters with an early breaking ball or 2. Starlin Castro always ready to swing at the first pitch. Gets an off-speed pitch.
After you give a home run like that first pitch, you kidding me? I'm not doing that again.
Wainwright gave up 3 hits and a run last night. Wainwright with that Achilles injury in late April and the long road back after Achilles surgery. His repertoire, courtesy of Chevrolet, and that breaking ball is one of the best in all of Major League Baseball. His signature pitch, and that's on the ground, backhanded by the sure-handed Johnny Peralta. There is out number 1. Castro is retired. Matt Weiner with more on Adam Wainwright returning to the spotlight here in this postseason.
He ruptured that Achilles back in April. And I asked him the other day why he promised to come back this season. It's normally a 10 to 12-month injury. He said, why not go for great? And if you fall short, so be it. But he is the emotional leader of this team. Matt Carpenter told me he had goosebumps when he saw him in the game the other day.
That was a great response from the St. Louis crowd when he came out of the bullpen.
Here's Kyle Schwarber, and he swings at the first pitch. They have the shift on. Long run in for Wong. Makes a nice play to retire Schwarber. Boy, Wong had to cover some ground.
That's 2 nice plays today. He made a great turn on the double play back in the 3rd inning.
He's so deep. He's on the grass. Look at him out there. He's got a long ways to go. Nothing can go wrong in this play. The exchange takes place. Bang, bang at first.
That's the guy you're used to seeing play second base for the Cardinals, not the guy that was bobbling those balls earlier in the series.
He has made some highlight reel plays already, but did have a couple of miscues in that Game 2 Cardinal loss. Cubs scoring 5 runs in the 2nd inning of that game. So here is Montero. He's still hitless in the series, but had a pickoff a moment ago. He's made his presence felt defensively. Montero now 0 for 7 thus far. There's a shot back up the middle. Peralta ranging over. He's got it. And a low throw dug out by Piscotty. Adam Wainwright comes out for a 6-pitch inning. 3 up, 3 down. The Cubs go in order. And we go to the 5th.
FanDuel has definitely changed my Sundays. It's made it a lot more interesting.
FanDuel's one-week fantasy football leagues are paying $75 million a week with immediate cash payouts and no commitment.
I've deposited a total of $35 on FanDuel and won over $2 million.
Just choose a league, pick your team, and get your cash winnings after Monday night.
It's like the best adrenaline rush ever.
Try FanDuel today. We'll match your first deposit up to $200. Go to FanDuel.com and enter promo code END.
It's here, the most advanced iPhone yet. Get the new iPhone 6s at T-Mobile, the network that's doubled its LTE coverage in the past year. Our new extended range LTE signal now reaches twice as far as before and is 4 times better in buildings. Want more? Get the lowest price on iPhone 6s with trade-in. 0 upfront and just $5 a month with Jump on Demand. Get it now at T-Mobile.
So how did you get this gold PS4?
So last week I ran into this guy, Dimitri Two Hands. He used to run with the mob. Anyway, his goons boosted some bullion from the Kemerov vault. But the bars are marked, so they had to melt them down. Now it's in a cookhouse. You know the right guys and have the dinero. People are dipping all sorts of stuff in it. That's how.
Really? Because I heard that you can only win it at Taco Bell.
Grab a Quesarito or Volcano Quesarito Big Box for a chance to win a limited edition gold PS4 bundle. There's a winner every 10 minutes.
Hello, Kent Jennings. I haven't seen you since that TV quiz show.
Hello, Watson. You can see now?
I can recognize people, analyze images, and watch movies.
Well, I wrote a few books. I did a speaking tour.
I've been helping people plan for retirement, and I help doctors identify cancer treatments.
Is that all?
I've recently learned Japanese.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
I haven't learned sarcasm yet.
I can help with that.
This 2015 NLDS telecast on TBS is brought to you by T-Mobile. Share your passion for a chance to win World Series tickets from T-Mobile, hashtag the Big 7. And by the Lincoln Motor Company and the entirely new Lincoln MKX.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires that go the distance inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven. What a beautiful night it is. Tuesday night, Chicago, Illinois on the north side. A big ball game here at Wrigley Field tonight. The Cubs leading 2-1 in this series. Such great history here, but such a great future as well. The Cubs are 0-4 all time at Wrigley Field in the postseason when they can eliminate an opponent. So this would be a first if they beat the Cardinals. If the Cardinals win, this goes back to St. Louis for a Game 5. See Travis Wood, the new hurler for Chicago. And he'll face Matt Carpenter to start the inning, strike one.
Going to be kind of a matchup game the rest of the way, I think, for the Cubs, depending on who's due up. And just go lefty-righty accordingly for Joe Madden.
Feels like every pitcher from now on will enter into the game with somebody else warming up in the bullpen behind them. Travis Wood's giving him some big outs. There's Trevor Cahill getting loose. He has been outstanding so far in this series. Now Justin Grimm with 3 consecutive strikeouts with 2 on and nobody out, getting the Cubs through that 4th inning. Missed opportunity for St. Louis.
A lot of emotion on that punch out of Pham, rightly so. 2 on, nobody out, and air almost cost him.
I mean, he was just cutting it loose too. All fastballs.
Got the benefit of some high strike calls.
Yes, he did.
On the fastball. Here's a 1-2, and that misses. 2-2 to Carpenter.
Wood gave them 7 outs in Game 2. He got 1 out last night.
He will pitch up in the zone too. Good change up.
And a swing and a miss. Wood strikes out Carpenter for the first out of this 5th inning. Last 4 outs have been via the strikeout. Piscotty coming up. StatCast is powered by Amazon Web Services, and this is the 1st inning home run by Stephen Piscotty. Exit velocity 109. That is extremely hot coming off the bat. A bomb out of here, almost out of the gates. That was the 4th pitch of the ball game.
Tell you what, he goes up there hacking first pitch, because 9th inning last night he hit that first pitch off Rondon into the right field bleachers. First pitch tonight, gone center field.
Strong, wiry power. You know, he's not real big. He's tall and he's strong, but he's not huge. He might still put on a little weight, get a little stronger even. One of the things I've noticed about the Cardinals hitters when I've watched this series is how many of these guys keep their top hand on the bat. They don't have the top hand flying off like a lot of people. Shortens their arc a little bit. Top hand a little more emphasis on the top hand for these guys.
Wood deals an 0-2, and Piscotty just got a piece. A foul ball.
Fouled off a good changeup right there. Boy, you make a pitch like that, you want an out.
You don't want to have to try to make that same pitch again is why.
You almost want weak contact. He could swing and miss. That's cool too.
Now the series being defined by the play of the rookies thus far. The Cubs rookies grabbing a lot of the headlines, but the Cardinal rookies, specifically Piscotty and Tommy Pham, have had their moments as well. As a matter of fact, Piscotty joins Charlie Keller of the 39 Yankees. He's the only rookie with 3 homers in his first 4 postseason games. Got a piece of another one, just barely. And he's staying alive in an 0-2 count.
And to think about how he withstood that collision in left field in Pittsburgh just about 10 days ago or so. Got knocked down last night, down by the Cardinals bullpen when Long took his legs out from under him. He's been through the mill physically, and he's still pulling.
Another 0-2 in the air, slicing, headed toward the seats. And Piscotty once again fighting off an 0-2 pitch. The Stanford Cardinal to the St. Louis Cardinals. Stephen Piscotty, he was a first-round draft pick, but looked like his career was stalling a little bit. Made it to AAA last season. Gets his chance in the big leagues this season with the injuries to Adams and Holiday, and he has made the most of it. Another 0-2, and down he goes. That's a changeup from Wood. And a strikeout on Piscotty, back-to-back Ks.
The secret is to throw the ball in the dirt. He can't hit that one. See that 3-finger grip, little turn me over changeup. Nasty.
Beauty.
6 foul balls to start the at-bat, and then a swing and a miss and a changeup to end it. And the last 5 outs for the Cardinal hitters have resulted in strikeouts. And Matt Holiday takes a ball inside. It was Holiday's injury that opened the door for Piscotty, a quad injury. And that one in the air, a little bit in on the label, and Fowler will size it up, and that's the inning. So you get 3 from Grimm, 3 strikeouts, 3 up, 3 down from Travis Wood. Cubs still lead 4-2.
My husband got the organist at Fenway to play my favorite song.
During the 7th inning stretch, my mother told me that I was going to be a big sister.
This is the dirt from the old Yankee Stadium. It was at my wedding and the birth of both my sons.
I had my first kiss ever on the kiss cam.
My lucky charm.
My dad came back with 10 baseball helmets.
Games after my bedtime. My father, he had this smile on his face that was incredible.
Bank of America asks, what's your favorite baseball memory? Share it all season long using hashtag MLBMemoryBank.
Luxury is being pulled in a new direction, drawn to an idea whose time has come. Built with a revolutionary carbon core that is lighter, leaner, stronger. Because the best way to predict the future is to create it. Introducing the most innovative vehicle in its class, the all-new BMW 7 Series. Driving luxury.
Who's ready to have a baby? Buster Posey.
You're not my doctor.
Come on, I'm sort of your doctor. I mean, we both wear gloves, and we always deliver in the clutch. Gloves? Clutch.
No, I'm sorry.
Perhaps we take a vote?
No.
Okay, guys, are we gonna do this or not? Let him try.
No.
Sorta you isn't you.
Honey, you're embarrassing me in front of Buster Posey.
Esurance helps make sure you only pay for what's right for you, not someone sorta like you. Esurance, official sponsor of Major League Baseball.
If you battle knee pain or shoulder pain, don't tough it out. Turn it off.
New Smart Relief from Icy Hot for knee and shoulder. Turn on relaxing pulses that immediately block even chronic pain.
Turn on Smart Relief and turn off pain.
One day, it appears.
Is that a dark spot?
New Gold Bond Dark Spot Minimizing Cream for Body, targeted to help fade the look of dark spots beginning in 4 weeks. New Gold Bond for dark spots in the body lotion aisle.
Visa.com has you not only bidding and winning, but now you can shop for deep discounts on brand name, brand new items. Here's how it works. Auction winners get brand new products at up to 75, 85, even 95% off retail. They can either claim the win or flip it to the Visa store. You get unbelievable discounts. Visa has it all and has it now. So what are you waiting for? Get over to Visa right now. That's BEEZID.com. Visa.
The Chicago Cubs lead the St. Louis Cardinals. Game 4 of this NLDS. It's a 4-2 Cubs lead. And a reminder that official caps, hoodies, jackets, and more, you can celebrate with your favorite team at the MLB.com shop. Jam-packed house here at Wrigley Field. This historic ballpark opened in 1914. The Chicago Cubs started playing here in 1916. First 2 years for the Cubs that this ballpark was open, they played over at the West Side grounds. There's the commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred, on hand to take this one in person. His first year, replacing Bud Selig, now the commissioner emeritus. Well, Joe Maddon's going to let Wood hit. Wood, a very clean 5th inning, 3 up, 3 down with 2 strikeouts. Wood is a very good hitter, by the way. He's not position player quality, Joe, but he gives you a good at-bat, and he's extremely fast, and that has no problem with Wood swinging the bat in a spot like this.
On top of that, Jason Hayward's due up first for the Cardinals next inning. I'm sure he'll be wanting to stay in and pitch to him.
And Wainwright hits the edge. 3-1 to count.
One of the things about the Cardinals staff that we need to touch on is the fact that they're missing one of their aces. 14-game winner, Carlos Martinez. And what a difference he would have made just in the way they set up their rotation in this series, and how much it would have helped, how much deeper it would have been.
Martinez made the All-Star team for the first time in his career this year. His first year as a full-time starter, had a great year. Won those 14 games, but had to come out of a game late in the season in September after a 7-pitch outing with a shoulder injury. And Wood, a swing and a miss. So Wainwright strikes him out. Pitching in his 2nd inning. Out number 1 for Wainwright. The injuries for the Cardinals, a major story. These are just some of the premier players that they have lost. Wainwright, that Achilles injury. Adams not on the postseason roster. Holiday 2 stints on the DL with the quad injury. Molina's not in the lineup today with torn ligaments in his thumb. And Carlos Martinez is the one, as you get stretched out into series with starting pitching, that's the one that really comes up to get you.
And despite all that, they won 100 games.
Despite all that, it's an impressive effort. And that's why Mike Matheny and Joe Maddon are going to be 2 of the favorites to win the Manager of the Year award in the National League.
Leave out Terry Collins.
Javier Baez, his home run, the big blow in this game. On the first pitch he saw from John Lackey, with 2 outs in the 2nd inning after Hamill, the pitcher, had just reached with an RBI single. Baez hit one out into the bleachers in right center. John Lackey had not allowed a home run in over 74 postseason innings until Baez got him in the 2nd. Shatters his bat. Carpenter is over. And Baez is out. Adam Wainwright 2 up and 2 down. He's retired 5 in a row. Now the home run ball has been a big part of this postseason, especially this series. Our forecaster today is presented by FanDuel. So the updated number after Baez's home run and Piscotty's homer, 51% of all runs scored in the postseason have come via the home run. And 12 of the 15 runs the Cardinals have scored in this postseason series from the home run, 80%.
Wainwright's throwing free and easy. He's got good velocity again. 24 pitches last night. He's thrown 16 today.
5 up, 5 down, 4 ground ball outs as Fowler on a hop to Peralta. Well done on a short hop, and Fowler is retired. And Adam Wainwright looking like his old self. 2 scoreless for Wainwright. Cubs lead the Cardinals through 5.
Exxon and Mobil give you energy for all life's journeys, because where we go is who we are. Exxon and Mobil. Energy lives here. Exxon and Mobil are proud Plenty partners. Lots of points, lots of places, one rewards program.
How do you say breakfast in Korean?
아침 식사.
How long does milk last?
1 week after the sell-by date.
How much vitamin C is in an orange?
Set timer for 12 minutes.
Okay, 12 minutes.
Where can we find donuts around here?
Coffee? What about crepes? How about a bagel?
What is the most important meal of the day?
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day.
We don't have to worry about predators like our ancestors did. No saber-toothed tigers stalking from the brush. No dire wolves circling the camp. There are no more monsters to fear. And so, we have to build our own.
Not to disparage whoever invented the cow, but why doesn't it come smoked and covered in jalapenos? Does Arby's have to do everything around here? Arby's, we have the meats.
You know, Viagra helps guys with erectile dysfunction get and keep an erection. Talk to your doctor about Viagra.
Ask your doctor if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Viagra if you take nitrates for chest pain. It may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects include headache, flushing, upset stomach, and abnormal vision. To avoid long-term injury, seek immediate medical help for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Stop taking Viagra and call your doctor right away if you experience a sudden decrease or loss in vision or hearing.
Ask your doctor about Viagra.
This is a true story about the wills of men and the pursuit of a goal to end their city's great drought. This is their journey. This is the quest on TNT.
Hey, LeBron, Kevin, Kyrie. Man, we can't get to the top of the East on a camel. It's hot out here. Where the air conditioning at?
Game 4 of this National League Division Series on TBS. 4-2 Cubs. Cardinals got 2 in the first. Cubs with 4 in the second inning. And the Cubs a chance to eliminate their longtime division rival Cardinals with a victory today. St. Louis needing a comeback here today to force a Game 5 and to wrestle the home field advantage back. Jason Hayward leads off for the Cardinals. And Hayward, little flare into shallow center field. That is going to fall, a base hit. So Wood comes back to face Hayward, and Hayward reaches. He has had a hit in each of the first 4 games in this postseason. On base for the 3rd time today, 2 walks and a single. And Joe Madden is on his way to the mound for another pitching change.
He made the pitch he wanted to make. He wanted to try to crowd Hayward, and Jason's so strong he fought it off.
Now the Cubs have gotten good work from their bullpen with Grimm and Wood, but now Hayward forces the hand of Joe Madden. Cahill's coming in, will set him up after this.
Hähnchenflügel zum halben Preis.
Parmesan Knoblauch,
Ja.
Island Fire,
Ja.
Honig Barbecue.
Ja.
Es ist unglaublich.
CJ, warum sprechen wir eigentlich Deutsch?
Ich weiß nicht.
Liegt es am Namen Winktoberfest?
Ich denke schon.
Etwas übertrieben. Phew.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Whatever language you speak, it's time to celebrate Wingtoberfest. Half-price wings Thursday, October 15th. This is how you Sonic.
Do you know the secret to a happy home in these modern times? It's a housewife who's in control of the finances.
Actually, any wife, husband, or human person can use Progressive's Name Your Price tool to take control of their budget.
And while the men do the hard work of making money, she can get all the car insurance options her little heart desires.
Or the women might do the hard work of making money.
Women don't have jobs.
Is this guy for real?
Modernizing car insurance
That's enough out of you. The Name Your Price tool, only from Progressive.
Where is your husband?
Every villain knows a getaway car requires abundant power, impeccable style, and of course, the cover of darkness. But what if it's a different kind of getaway you're after? The F-Type convertible and the F-Type coupe from Jaguar. Oh, it's good to be bad.
Jaguar has been ranked highest in customer satisfaction with dealer service among luxury brands by J.D. Power.
Let's take a look at the art of performance presented by Jaguar. And Curtis Granderson in the spotlight last night for that blowout win by the Mets over the Dodgers. Granderson is having a great series. Tied a Mets postseason record with 5 runs batted in. Had a bases loaded clearing double in the second inning yesterday. And don't forget, Game 4 Dodgers-Mets coming up next on TBS. Mets leading that series 2-1. They can eliminate the division champ from the West. Back it is Trevor Cahill, his 3rd appearance in the NLDS.
Boy, he's made a name for himself coming over to the Cubs, doing a nice job, and then in the playoffs he has been special. Inning in 2/3, punched out 4 guys. He's just had velocity, ball sinking, little change-up curveball.
He's the guy they went out there when they need a double play ball.
And Johnny Peralta at the plate, waves and misses. A breaking ball from Cahill.
He has had some bad swings off of him, too.
Peralta grounded into 23 double plays this year. That was second to Yunel Escobar, who hit into 24.
Now that's one side of the ledger for him. The other side is the 17 home runs he hit. And a long ball here would tie this game. He brings a lot of pop and slugging percentage. He had a double last night.
That's why in a game like this, anybody that reaches, when you bring the tying run to the plate, everything's on the line. You've got to make pitches.
You're thinking sinker, ground ball, double play. We've seen 2 breaking balls so far.
Hayward at first. Peralta takes a ball down and away. Works the count in his favor now, 2-1. Cubs starter Jason Hamill went 3+. Justin Grimm came on after an error to the first batter faced. He then struck out the next 3 hitters in the 4th inning to get out of the inning. The Cardinals stranding 2 and stranding a runner in scoring position. At 2 on, nobody out. And that's a hot ground ball. That's through for a base hit. Peralta into center field. And the Cardinals coming back again. 2 on, nobody out in the 6th inning. As Johnny Peralta with his 2nd hit of the postseason, on base for the 2nd time.
Peralta finally got that sinker, and he was looking for it in that at bat. He hit it right back up the middle. It almost looked like Cahill said, I'll just let this go by. He thought somebody might be playing him up the middle. But it was sharply hit, probably right by him.
Well, and it was smart hitting on Peralta's part to not try to pull the ball. If he tries to pull it, he might roll over the top of it.
Now here is Randall Grichuk. Big power hitter for the Cardinals. He also runs well. He is a tough guy to double up. He's been nursing an elbow injury, which has had him in and out of the lineup. But he's another one of the young Cardinals that had a great season filling in this season. From a role player to a starter for Grichuk as he fouls that one away. Well, Grichuk got a chance in game 2, and he launched one out back on Saturday. That was a no-doubter into deep left field, flashing some of that big power. He's now 2 for 7 with that home run in this postseason. Got an infield hit yesterday.
Really dangerous hitter at the plate. in that if you make a mistake of any kind middle in, you can turn this game around.
2 on, nobody out. Grichuk takes a ball low and away. 1-1 to count.
Not the smoothest of deliveries by Cahill. He sort of rushes and jumps at you a little bit.
That'll push it to 1-2 now. Cardinals feel like Grichuk has 30 home run potential. He hit 17 this year, and he missed 2 months with an elbow injury.
Yeah, I believe that. He's got a lot of pop.
Big pitch coming for Cahill. Hayward at second with great speed. Peralta at first. Cahill misses away. Back to the fastball. He's throwing hard. That's the one thing about Trevor Cahill. As a reliever, his fastball is up maybe 3-4 miles an hour.
You saw him yank that ball right there. He's trying to get more. You know, it's like I've never seen him throw this hard.
And Grichuk, another good take. And it's put Cahill in a 3-2 count now.
Cahill barking at himself after that miss.
A little anxious out there.
Yeah, he didn't even check the runners before that pitch. He was in such a hurry to deliver.
It's a major question coming into this series. The Cubs relievers getting to Rondon, the closer. They've answered all of those questions in their 2 wins. Fire burning hot right here. Grichuk, a swing and a miss. Down he goes on strikes. Trevor Cahill with a big K for the first out of the 6th inning.
I think this is a sinker that just falls off the table. So he goes straight down. See the 2-seamer that's got big time movement on it. Richard does him a favor, swings at the ball and throws a big pitch.
Great movement and a great spot. Funny swing. I couldn't figure out what the pitch was.
1 away. Here's Colton Wong now with 2 on. And he's jumping on the first pitch. He missed it. The Chicago bullpen at this point has faced 10 batters, and they have 6 strikeouts.
Well, think about it. 4th inning, 1st and 2nd, nobody out. 3 straight strikeouts. 1st and 2nd this inning, nobody out. And the first batter strikes out.
Yeah, 4 to 6 Ks with a runner in scoring position.
That was such a big pitch. A pitch in the dirt, ball 4, bases loaded. What a swing pitch.
Wong is 0 for 2. And a swing and a foul. No balls and 2 strikes.
He's got it going both ways. Breaking ball down and in, sinker down and away.
But again, this is a part of the lineup where after Wong, you've got Cruz, and the Cardinals are kind of backed into a corner. They can't pitch hit for Cruz even if they wanted to. I guess they could and have Molina catch the rest of the way, but you don't know what kind of shape his thumb's in.
0-2 to Wong. Cahill deals, and down he goes. He struck him out. Base occupied at first. No chance to advance. Back-to-back Ks. And now 2 gone here in the 6th inning.
Wong did the same thing this at bat that he did last. He can't lay off of that breaking ball in the dirt. You see him a little tight curveball. Look at that thing going down out of the strike zone. Swings over the top. Not even close. Big punch out once again.
Nice block by Montero as well. So again, they needed Cruz to try to help him out offensively in the 4th inning. He fanned. He's here again with 2 out. And 2 on.
A lot of strikeouts for the Cubs pitchers in the series. Arrieta had 9 yesterday.
They led the league in that category.
Tony Cruz. 2 on, 2 out. Well, what a big spot for Tony Cruz if he could deliver. Seems like so often in the postseason, it's those ancillary characters that come up with the big moments, the big hits. Yadier Molina unable to start today. Cruz is in there. He gets his chance in the postseason. He's been playing a lot down the stretch. He started 12 of the last 13 games for the Cardinals. A chopper foul.
Last time up, couldn't lay off the high fastball. There he gets a pitch to hit.
These are the spots where the postseason heroes are made.
Yeah.
You know, a guy that's not even supposed to be playing 200 season average, not counting on him to do anything on offense, swinging the bat, and he's got an opportunity here to make a name for himself. They need him to come through.
3 at-bats this postseason, 3 strikeouts. He was actually swinging the bat well leading into the postseason during that stretch when he was playing every day. And a strike in there up of the zone, and Cahill now has Cruz in a hole at a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looks like that ball's right down the middle, ends up there, but the way his delivery, he kind of jumps at you and pulls it the other way, and it comes back.
First and second, nobody out. Now it's first and second, 2 outs. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Cruz. And a shot, base hit down the right field line. Hayward around third. He will score easily. Cruz on his way to second base. It is an RBI double. Tony Cruz delivers. And the Cardinals are within a run. A 2-strike, 2-out double down the right field line. What a big moment for Cruz.
Boy, Joey, he came through right there. He took that ball out of the glove, a little sinker down and away. Look at him just shoot that ball the other way. Couldn't have put a better swing on it. Right down the line. It was hot going down there. And you see Soler has trouble with it, smashes into the wall. The 1-run scores. Cruz cruises into second base.
Yeah, you got to be happy for him.
Tony Cruz, his first postseason hit this season. Gets his first start here today. And if the Cardinals come back to win this game, that is going to be the moment to reflect on. Hitting still alive for St. Louis.